Hello and welcome back to another one of the videos, and, well, this is me now. As you can see, this is what I look like now. This is what I will visualize myself in these reviews. For the main reason is that I don't want to put on a lot of makeup just to show myself on camera, because I want to at least make myself look like my avatar, but I tried to do it with makeup before, and oh my god does that take a long time. This is easy, and honestly I think it looked good. So yeah. Today, I'm going to actually do something different. I'm going to be reviewing SML videos, SML reviews as people call them, but I'm not going to do them the way people usually do them. I'm going to review them as if we were in-universe, characters in the SML world. Why? I mean, it's funny, okay? So, and because I don't really have that much of a big opinion on SML anymore, like I used to when I was like a few years ago. I just see it as a silly puppet show now, and that's probably what it's supposed to be anyway. So, I'm going to treat it like one and just not take these reviews seriously whatsoever. Well, I'm gonna be like serious within the reviews, but it's like, just, you know, we're like in-universe characters, so yeah. Instead of, you know, criticizing every little thing about SML, even though some people are right, it doesn't really matter, because it is just a puppet show, and I don't really want to take SML too seriously anyway, so. And besides, I think this is funny, so. How about we just go to the first video SML video I'm gonna review, that being my favorite video SML has ever made, Chef Pee-Pee's birthday surprise. The video opens up with Chef Pee-Pee sleeping on the couch. Also to point out, I like how since they never had a spare bedroom, they decided Bowser was such a bad boss, he doesn't give Chef Pee-Pee a personal bedroom. Anyway, Bowser wakes up Chef Pee-Pee and he says this line. "You can't sleep in, this isn't summer camp!" And due to me not looking at the thumbnail properly when I first watched this video, I never read titles when I was a kid, so I thought this video was called Summer Camp. Yeah, which made Bowser saying this isn't summer camp made me think this was a summer camp episode. So I don't know. And I was surprised that it was about Chef Pee-Pee's birthday. Yeah, I was a dumb kid. So Bowser forces Chef Pee-Pee to do a lot of chores from the very moment he woke up. And wow, not even get some coffee first, you'll have a long day. Not even nothing, just straight to work. When Chef Pee-Pee probably hasn't even gotten the sleepies out of his eyes yet. Or out of his head even. Then Bowser does this.
Before I punch you in your face! Your big sexy face! Ugh, it just made me wanna... Ugh.
You know, calling Chef Pee-Pee's face sexy and making that kissing sound, to me, he says he clearly finds Chef Pee-Pee attractive, which explains his behavior in videos like Superpowers, for example, where he was weirdly cool with getting it on with Chef Pee-Pee, even though it was Cody in his body, because, you know, Bowser didn't know, whatever, that's not the point. Anyway, Chef Pee-Pee begins cleaning up the dog turd that Chompy left, and then Junior comes in and tells Chef Pee-Pee that he wet the bed because... well, I'll let Junior explain it.
The bed. Wait, what? Why did you pee the bed?
Oh, I'm sorry, Chef Pee-Pee. I was dreaming about the Statue of Liberty and I woke up covered in pee.
The Statue of Liberty? Why would that make you pee the bed?
Well, because she's surrounded by water. Bunches and bunches of water.
What? Even for a dumb person, that's a weird reason to wet the bed. The Statue of Liberty being surrounded by the ocean is what got him to wet the bed? I mean, I heard of running water making people want to urinate, but just ocean below the New York statue? Junior, you may want to get that checked out. Anyway, after a brief argument, Junior's friends knock the door and Junior tells Chef Pee-Pee to make them mac and cheese. And, side note, is that all the SML crew ever eat? I can't think of a time Junior asked for anything but mac and cheese. And I get mac and cheese as tasty, but if I ate my favorite food all the time, I'd eventually hate it. Because I get so used to the taste that I get sick of it, you know? But I don't know, maybe that's just me. That's probably just something about me. Probably just, yeah. So let's just move on and forget about that. After Chef Pee-Pee laments that nobody remembers his birthday, Junior asks at the door where Joseph and Cody are, as always, and they greet each other like usual, which they don't do nowadays. Cody and Joseph pretty much just live with Junior as there's no longer the scenes where he greets them at the door. But whatever, I just missed these old scenes, and apparently, according to Cody, both of them went to Junior's house as soon as they woke up.
We came as soon as we woke up.
What? So Joseph and Cody have the exact same sleep schedule and wake up at the exact same time, and instead of getting breakfast, they just up and left home just to hang out with Junior. Whatever, it was probably just a way to justify them arriving not long after Chef Pee-Pee and the others in the house woke up, as that's what they tend to do. And Junior, for some reason, remarks that Cody is still in his pajamas because of the blue cloak thing he wears every day, leading to this interaction.
Yeah.
I can tell, Cody, you're still in your pajamas. Oh, savage!
I see it because he wears it every day, dude.
Yeah, you do wear that every day, Cody.
Junior, you wear the same bib every day, and Joseph, you don't even wear clothes.
Well, I pull more girls than you, dude.
Really? Name 3.
They go to a different school. Don't worry about it.
That was, interesting. So Cody straight up roasts Junior and exposes Joseph for indecent exposure, which leads to Joseph making up that he has multiple girlfriends that go to another school. You know, SML's right. Kids should watch South Park, as that's what this scene reminds me of. A scene from South Park. I don't remember which episode, but I definitely remember that. So anyone who can tell me, well, I'll pin your comment. Anyway, Junior invites them in and they sit on the infamous red couch, which is both a meme and something critics hate because that's where modern SML makes all their videos. And I get it, but I don't know. I don't see it as that big of a deal. As long as they have an interesting plot or at least dialogue or funny jokes, I'll forgive it. Anyway, the boys discuss what they should play, until Junior tells them that Chef Pee-Pee will make mac and cheese for them. Joseph asks if they can add in bacon, which leads to Cody saying he can't eat bacon because he's Jewish. Which is a detail SML barely keeps up with. Sometimes he's Jewish and doesn't eat pork, and other times he's just scarfing down hot dogs because of his sexuality. It's not that big of a deal. I just thought I'd put that out there because, you know, in Junior's Apple Watch, Cody is repulsed by hot dogs, but in Cody's hot dog factory or restaurant, whatever it was, Cody just can't resist them. So I just thought I'd point that out. It's not that big of a deal, really. It's just something I noticed. So Joseph accuses Cody of having a disease, only to be corrected as Cody tells him Judaism is not a disease. And has Cody never told him about this before? Has he never told him that Jewish people can't eat pork? You know, prior to this? I mean, I guess not, considering this is the first time they find out that Jewish people don't eat pork. And then Junior says this.
Wait, bacon's not pork.
What? Yes, bacon is pork, Junior. It comes from pig.
No, if bacon was pork, they'd call it porkin'.
Yeah.
But they can't call it that because I was porking your mom last night.
I mean, no, it's called bacon because it's the back meat of a pig that they peeled off of the pig's back. You know, bacon, I guess it should be called, not bacon, but hey, it is what it is, isn't it? So, at the same time, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's food. So this is a kind of a pointless conversation in my favorite SML video, but hey, it's a really minor moment, and I'll give him credit. I wouldn't be lying if it wasn't kind of entertaining, so in all fairness, this is not that bad of a scene. I'm just saying, it didn't need to happen. But hey, anything to make my favorite video longer, I guess. I'm just trying to, you know, say that this scene was pointless, even though I don't really think it's that bad. You know, so let's just move on before I say something dumb. So, yeah. So after this argument, Junior goes to Chef Pee-Pee to ask if he can add bacon to the mac and cheese, despite Cody saying he can't eat it. And Junior just so happens to walk into the room where Chef Pee-Pee is changing the sheets and complaining that nobody remembers his birthday. And then, in a surprising moment of selflessness, Junior actually felt bad for not remembering his birthday, and decided he'd tell his friends so they can do something about it. So, back at the couch, Junior tells the others about the fact it's Chef Pee-Pee's birthday and nobody remembers, although Junior proceeds to boast that he did remember. I guess he wanted to look better than he actually did. I don't know. Anyway, they proceed with the plan to do with the party setup. And when Cody asks Junior how they're gonna do it, like how are they gonna get Chef Pee-Pee out of the way so he won't see them setting up the party, Junior says he has an idea. We cut back to Chef Pee-Pee, who is bringing the sheets to the washing machine until Junior stops him and tells him the funniest thing Logan has ever uttered.
Baby, Chef Baby!
What do you want now, Junior?
Choppy just had puppies!
I'm sorry, but the absurdity of the excuse Junior says is so funny. He couldn't think of anything else other than Chompy having puppies. That's fantastic! So Chef Pee-Pee somehow falls for it, and Junior locks him in the closet and runs off to start up the setup for the party. So, back on the couch, Toad is there now. Yep, he's just here for some reason. They clearly weren't going to have him in the video originally, but they needed a third character for the party setup later, because if they had Junior do it, he couldn't check in everyone else what they were doing. And this is probably before Jeffy was prominent enough to actually matter, or at least be considered to help them, so... Even though I'm pretty sure Mario the Babysitter came up before this video, but I could be wrong, so... Let's just ignore this and let's go with it. Because you know what? Toad is funny in this video, so... And when Junior tells his friends, Cody immediately points out how cruel that was, and Junior says it's just for the setup of the party and he'll let him out when they're done. Because, you know, kidnapping is legal now. You know, you can't see my face, but I did have a big grin on my face when I did this, so... Forget it, let's move on. And then, Junior starts the best joke of his entire video, which runs through the entire episode. The running joke of this episode is the unlikely bets. I just realized that my hand motions went off screen, so I'm gonna have to put the text probably down here. And meaning that when I did this, it's gonna look super awkward. Whoops. In this episode, Junior constantly bets with Cody at least $20 that Chef Pee-Pee may say something, and Cody agrees because why would he say something like, "This is the dankest party ever," only for Junior to win every time. I honestly wish they brought this back at least once a month, or I don't know, once a year, once every few videos, once in a blue video, once in a blue SML. Try to come up with an of the blue moon analogy for SML without telling me you are. Yeah, my glasses are getting foggy. But, you know, just have the unlikely bets joke come back as a treat every once in a while. Like an overarching joke in a video that pays off in something funny, like it did in this video. Anyway, after agreeing to that bet, they begin the setup. Joseph puts up a banner and garage sale balloons. And Joseph explains that that's all the balloons he found, the only balloons he could find, and the only balloons he did find. And I just wonder what the real reason was, like, in real life. Did the crew go out to buy balloons and they saw these garage sale balloons and Logan and the others thought it was, like, really funny if they used those in the video? I hope so, because that would be the funniest thing ever. I don't even think Logan did a reaction to this video too, back when they were allowed to react to the Nintendo character videos. So I kind of just want to see if Logan ever answers this, or if any of the crew who worked in this video can answer this. Because this is, I want to know, why do they use garage sale balloons, like for the video at all? Because I know in universe Joseph only found garage sale balloons, but what was the real life answer? What was the behind the scenes answer? Do we even have a bit behind the scenes to this video? Because if so, I want to watch it. I haven't looked it up, but at the same time, I'm not sure if there even was a behind the scenes to this video, so considering a lot of videos from this era didn't have behind the scenes, so moving on. Anyway, Cody is making balloons, which were supposed to be balloon animals, but he only got normal ones, so he makes pears. Which turns into another running joke of this episode. The pear balloons. And he also gets the pin on the tail of the donkey game, but a Thomas version. And it's becoming very clear that none of them know anything about Chef Pee-Pee's interests since they're kids. They set it up the way they'd like it, which is kind of selfish, but more so adorable since that's something I did as a kid. although it was a present wrapping paper. That's not a joke. For one of my parents' birthdays, I was allowed to basically. My mom basically told me to pick out any wrapping paper I wanted, and I picked Thomas and Friends one. So, yeah, that's probably why I can relate to the kids just not knowing how to do it. Chef Pee-Wee's birthday in a way he'd probably like it. But hey, it pays off in the end, doesn't it? Junior also tells Cody that since he got to buy a clown outfit, especially the clown nose, Junior now gets to punch him in the nose to make it red. And this surprisingly doesn't work. Yeah, no, back then they didn't have an endless amount of puppets they could alter for any type of effect, any type of wound or injury or change that you would probably have, or like, you know, just to make the just to emphasize the point that they were hurt or have allergies or, you know, are drowning or something. Yeah, they didn't do that here because the comic puppets or plushies are extremely hard to find, the good ones anyway. So yeah, they kind of just had to pretend that Junior, you know, punched Cody in the nose. Well, he did, but I mean, just pretend that Cody was hurt. But by this logic, Cody is also completely fine here since, you know, he's never shown with a red nose, like no swelling, no bruising, nothing like that. So yeah, back then Cody was fine. But if this was made now, he would have a big red nose on the puppet nose right here. So yeah, Junior then moves on to Toad, where he bakes a Thomas cake. They do something similar like they tried in Chef Pee-Wee Quits 4, except this time they actually go through with it, with the whole baking of the box. Which they obviously didn't do. They didn't actually bake the box. They baked it properly, like it says in the back of the box, and stuck pieces of the box into the finished baked cake. So, obviously, because, you know, if they actually put a wet tray with a cake mix box in it, they'd burn the apartment down. So, they did the right thing in, you know, not actually doing it. Oh, and Toad dropped some cupcakes because he's an idiot and didn't wear cooking gloves. Although Logan doesn't seem to have them at all. Logan, you already need cooking gloves to handle an oven, right? So we go back to Joseph, who made a Play-Doh sculpture of Chef Pee-Pee, which Logan definitely made himself. And also, Joseph is surprisingly helpful in this video. He's also very talented at sculpting with Play-Doh according to this video. So that's a shame that this was completely forgotten about in the future. Good work, guys. Good work. After Cody gets done blowing up the balloons to the point that they pop, Joseph has the dinosaur piata hung up on one of the pulley light switch things of the ceiling fan, of all things. Because those are famously strong and not easy to break off of a ceiling fan at all. You know, it's granted these two are like 8 in this video, but still, I wouldn't have done that because those pulley chain things of the ceiling fan can be broken off easily. I would know, I've done that once, and I got yelled at so much for it. Because ceiling fans are expensive. So don't hang pianos on the pulley chain light switchy things, you know. Yeah, don't do that. Don't hang pianos off them, especially if they're full. Obviously this video was empty, but you get the point. Don't do it. Also, they completely forget about the piñata. Like, it only appears in this scene and never again. We never get a scene of Chef Pee-Pee breaking it open. Did they not fill it up with candy? Because that's what it looks like, or feels like at least. Anyway, Junior returns to Toad seeing the cupcake mess and also the fully decorated cake, which I think is very well made. Even if both Chef Pee-Pee and Glorious thought the small outline was a Hitler mustache. So, that's unfortunate. So, Junior goes to the closet to get Chef Pee-Pee out to surprise him for the party, and Chef Pee-Pee desperate to get out and angry at Junior tells Junior to kill himself when Junior asks for the magic word. And hilariously, Junior says that's exactly what he was thinking of.
Okay, but say the magic word.
Kill yourself!
But how'd you know? That's exactly what I was thinking.
That was the password. That was the word, the magic sentence, the magic word that Junior wanted Chef Pee-Pee to say. Incredible. Just brutal, blunt. What a brutal, blunt coincidence. Just completely out of nowhere, just straight to the point. Like, no back and forth, just none of that. Just what's the magic word? Kill yourself. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Come on in. That's funny, all right? just blunt and brutal. I love it. When Junior lets Chef Pee Pee out, he immediately begins hitting Junior, and Junior somehow successfully convinces Chef Pee Pee to put the blindfold on anyway, despite the whole closet thing. And then they go toward the party. Chef Pee Pee gets surprised that he actually got a surprise party, and he's so overjoyed that he says exactly what Junior and Cody betted on, whether he wouldn't say it.
Oh my god! This is the dankest party ever!
Come on, why would he say that?
You owe me $20, Cody!
Damn it!
Okay, that is hilarious. The fact Chef Pee Pee doesn't care that his birthday party is definitely something a kid would like more, probably since he barely got a birthday, in the first Chef Pee Pee's birthday video, his birthday was so much worse that he'll take this over a zebra cake and a Mother's Day balloon a million times over than, you know, getting what he got in the older Chef Pee Pee birthday video again. Honestly, I could go on about the rest of this video. Just the party Chef Pee Pee goes with the kids, and just, you know, from the cake scene, the present opening, the pin on the smokestack scene, and just the wish scene where Chef Pee Pee wishes for pears because he didn't know that he was actually going to get a wish, because he didn't actually know that this was, you know, he was actually going to get an actual wish. He thought making a wish was not real, so he wished for pears, his favorite fruit, which made Cody really happy, and that's so funny and just so great. I love it. And Chef Pee Pee's just unconditional joy, even if two of his presents were taken back by Junior and Joseph, he still had fun because at the end of the day, he gets a rough patch most of the year, so getting a nice day for once, and, you know, a nice birthday where everyone is actually, where Junior and his friends are actually, you know, having fun with him and, you know, being nice to him is like something he's just enjoying, instead of, you know, the usual where he's angry at everybody because, well, that's exactly what would have happened today. They would have had, you know, Chef Pee Pee be annoyed of Junior and his friends' attempt for his birthday party, but here, they didn't. And the fact Chef Pee Pee was 26 this entire time, and not 60, as the boys thought, as they decided he was 60, even though he wasn't, but in the end, they decided it was a good number. Because that's how much, because 60 is the amount of money Cody lost, and that's the amount of money Junior made. So, even though he could have gotten $80 if Cody hadn't rejected the fourth bet, so. But it was probably just for the 60 joke at the end, so it works. Honestly, oh, by the way, new camera because, well, new camera shot because, you know, my phone is about to die, so, and my charger doesn't reach over there, so, anyway. I can't even describe these ending scenes, just the entire party at the end of the video, in all that it deserves, or that is justified. You just have to watch the video yourself if you haven't. And I just think that the wholesomeness of this video and just everything that it's because it has everything I like in an SML video. It's funny, it's wholesome, nobody is a complete jerk, and it's just a good video. You know, the things that make a video good, in my opinion. And to that is my review. That is you know, SML movie, Chef Pee Pee's birthday surprise. So, as I've said multiple times, this is by far my most favorite SML video of all time. And I've ripped on it a lot, but that's because it's not perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect SML video, but this is as close to perfect as SML can get, in my opinion. You can disagree with me if you want, that's perfectly fine. But, you know, through this entire plot recap in all these segments, I don't even think that all the points that I'm pointed out that are inconsistent or, you know, fall flat are all that bad. Sometimes, even if a joke is hit or miss, it can still, you know, have something that makes you laugh in it. Even if it's a slight chuckle or just a even if you don't really find it funny at all, and you can appreciate the humor, or, you know, if you just don't find it funny, but it's also not that annoying. I think that's another thing about all the, you know, things that fall flat in this video, that it's not, at least the parts in this video that aren't good aren't annoying. Or, you know, aren't hard to watch. This video is never hard to watch. And I think that if you haven't watched it, or if you really want an SML movie that's extremely wholesome because compared to all the other videos that are usually just full of either a character torture or just, you know, or stuff that you probably don't like, or stuff you don't find funny, and or if you just really want something wholesome to watch but SML related, I think this video should be considered that, because it's the first half is funny and the latter half is wholesome, and I think that's how it balances itself out. So in the end, if I had to rank this on a scale of 1 to 10, which I am going to do for every video, I'm going to give my favorite video a 9. It would have been 10 if it didn't have the whole Judaism pork scenes. You know, those are the only scenes I didn't really care for. But it's not that I didn't like them; it's just eh. And if I was to say if there's anything that could have made this video better, is if they added the pinata scene, which they didn't. But hey, and if there was something that could have made this video worse, which honestly, thank goodness there wasn't, it would have been Bowser coming back to ruin the whole thing. Which I do think would have ruined the video, because Bowser has done that before. Junior's Capri Sun is one of those videos. It's just a video where Bowser appears at the beginning and at the end to ruin the video. It's one of those old SML videos that isn't good. And that's why I don't understand when people say that there was no such thing as a bad video in an old SML. I know that most reviewers don't say that, but there have been old SML fans who said there was no bad videos in old SML. Yes, there was. So, yeah, I am glad they didn't put Bowser at the end to ruin Chef Pee-Pee's day like they did in Junior's Capri Sun. So, yeah. Anyway, that was my review for SML movie Chef Pee-Pee's Birthday Surprise. That's all for today, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.